Testosterone replacement therapy. Steroids. Is testosterone replacement therapy steroids? What is testosterone replacement therapy? In the fitness industry right now, a lot of people are coming out about their testosterone replacement therapy. And there's like a lot of controversy going on in the YouTube game about testosterone and being natural and just more like that. But in this video, it's a little bit different than it normally is. In this video, I actually got someone on the channel, the lifting dermatologist, who will explain everything that has to do with testosterone replacement therapy. So if you're like against steroids and against testosterone, it's so bad. Well, maybe this video is for you, because testosterone injections are made for a reason. In some cases, steroids can be healthier for you. So stick with me through this entire video and learn. Enjoy and learn. What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today, I've Mr. Steven Devos before me on the channel. And quick disclaimer, English is my second language, so if my English is not going that well during the conversation, this is my first time, Steven will help me out, so don't roast me in the comments. But welcome to the channel, Steven, and welcome. Thank you that you took the time to have this conversation with me.
Thank you and welcome. And for the viewers, English is my second language as well, of course, because Fardin and me, we both talk Dutch, Netherlands, so we have the same languages here.
Yeah.
But no problem, we'll do it in English.
Yeah, so what I first wanted to ask for the viewers, who are you actually? And yeah, who are you? Who is Steven Devos?
Well, I'm Belgian. You are Dutch, from Holland, Amsterdam. So I'm Belgian, the country just south of that. And I'm 46 years old. I am a medical doctor. I'm a dermatologist. And I've been weight training for 30 years, 3 decades now. So yeah, so people call me the lifting dermatologist.
Yeah. And you also have a YouTube channel on YouTube. You actually have like 3, right? You have the lifting dermatologist.
I have 2 channels actually. The one that I started first about fitness, nutrition, supplements, health in general, that's just called The Lifting Dermatologist. It's in English as well. And I have the other channel that is called TRT and Hormone Optimization. That channel has grown much bigger, almost 20,000 subscribers now. And there we treat all kinds of hormone related stuff.
Yeah. And you're also doing it with someone else, right?
Well, since I'm a dermatologist, I'm no hormone expert whatsoever. I just have some experience and I like to share this knowledge with the world because it's very difficult to find any good info on it. So I invite guests, doctors from men's clinics, Canadians, Americans that have a lot of experience in men's health, hormones, TRT, and so on. So I am the host on my channel and I invite them over to talk about TRT and hormones.
Yeah. And what inspired you actually to really start this channel?
Well, let's talk first about the Lifting Dermatologist channel. I wrote a book that you can see here. It's called Flexible Diet and Krachttraining, so flexible diet and resistance training. I wrote this book 2 years ago. I just wanted to tell my life's story about fitness, nutrition, how I went about it. So I just wanted to do that book as a hobby. But the editor told me, why don't you start a YouTube channel? Because then you have some kind of interaction with your public. A book is very static. You can't change anything more about it once it's out. So on YouTube, you can do up-to-date videos. And so I started a YouTube channel and I like that very much. But in the beginning of 2017, I felt I needed TRT, so treatment myself. And that's why I started to look online with other doctors, colleagues of mine that were into that. and I came in contact with a lot of men's health clinics in the United States. So they helped me out, taught me, and that's why I started together with them the TRT and Hormone Optimization YouTube channel.
Yeah. And what is TRT exactly? Can you explain that to the viewers?
Yes, so when a man gets older, his testosterone levels can start to decline. That's just normal. And then you can go about it like feeling, well, I'm an old man, I don't care anymore. That's just normal. Or you can seek help. If you say, well, I lost all libido, I have a kind of low T symptoms, we will talk about that later in other questions, then you can start testosterone replacement therapy, TRT. So you're actually replacing your own low level of testosterone with exogenous, external testosterone, and we bring that to a higher level, still in the normal physiological ranges, but a higher normal level so that a man feels much better.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, at the moment, I'm in my prep. I'm getting to a low body fat. And of course, I have not tested my T levels yet, but I made an appointment with the doctor. So I am going to test it out and see where it's at. But I can tell you my libido is like, it's down here, you know?
Yeah.
So I would guess it's like very low, but we'll see. And I'm also really curious how fast we'll get back up, even if it will. But we will see all about that. But when do you think someone should use testosterone replacement therapy? Is it just only for older people, or would you say?
It really depends the symptoms you're showing. Actually, the labs are not so important. The age is not so important. It's really about the symptoms because it's something that you need only if you need it. So there's no age, there's no level of testosterone that you can say, well, now you need it. It's just a feeling. So for me personally, in 2017, I was 42 years old. I think that's a very normal age to start feeling these kind of symptoms. So it's all about low libido, no drive in life, no drive to work out, general feeling of not so well being. A bit, some people feel depressed, they have a hard time sleeping and so on. So all these symptoms together, I had them pretty much all, and I thought, well, it was the first time in my life I had my levels checked as well at 42, even as a doctor. But I said, yeah, that will be probably it. So the normal range in nanograms per deciliter is, depending on the lab, 250 to 950. And when I checked my levels, they were the first time 240. So even lower than the lowest range, that is normal. So that's really the range of someone that is 80 years old. So yeah, at that moment, I knew I needed treatment. So it's not the age, it's not really the level, but you have to feel it. I started to check my levels when I had the low T symptoms. Same for you. You just told me you have some feelings of low libido. Now you're going to check your levels and they'll probably be pretty low since you're on the low body fat percentage.
Yeah, exactly. But what I noticed, if I talk to people, they're so against testosterone and steroids. But then I think by myself, I'm trying to be really open-minded about it because it is made for a reason. It's not made to blast a lot of testosterone in you, which is unhealthy if you do it if you blast it all the time, you know. So I think you should look at testosterone as a medical procedure because that's what it's made for, right?
Mm-hmm. Testosterone is just the normal male hormone. So just as young females, young girls take anti-conceptive pills made of estrogen and progesterone,
Exactly.
and menopausal older women, when they start to show menopausal symptoms, they can treat it with estrogel. It's estrogen as well. They sometimes take progesterone capsules as well. So they get the female treatment. So why are men able to get the male treatment? Testosterone is just a normal hormone. It's better to take something that is normal, physiological for your body than, for example, to take something to treat the symptoms, because a lot of men having low T symptoms, they also feel depressed, but a normal general doctor, a GP, a huisarts, they should give you just an antidepressive a pill, an antidepressant. So that's something that is chemical and that works on the brain. Why not just give testosterone? It will help because it will treat the cause.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's weird that it's like I don't hear a lot about it. I don't really understand why docs actually prescribe antidepressants for people instead of testosterone.
Yeah, a lot of doctors are afraid of testosterone as well. Testosterone, it is a steroid, but cholesterol is a steroid too. Vitamin D is a steroid too. Estrogen and progesterone in the anti-conceptive pill for girls are steroids too. They are all steroid cholesterol derived. So there are all molecules that are pretty much the same. So, but testosterone has a bad rep, and that's because of bodybuilding, of course. As you just told us, a lot of guys are abusing it, blasting all the time, very high dosages, getting their levels 5 times over the normal ranges. So that's very unhealthy. But if you keep it in the normal physiological ranges, yeah, it's just healthy, healthier than taking antidepressants, anti-sleep aids, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had to choose for having low testosterone the rest of my life, like how I'm feeling right now, low energy and all that stuff, I would
No.
also consider doing that. I would rather have testosterone in me and feel like this for the rest of my life. But I
Sure.
think most people do not understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But oh well. Do you think that if you diet for like too long and you're natural, and do you think you have an decline in testosterone for like forever? Do you think it will affect you forever?
I don't really know the answer to that question, but I think I can't imagine it would be permanent. I think once you get your body fat levels back up, it will return to normal, especially if you are very young, like you are. What's your age actually?
My age is 22,
Yeah,
almost turning 23.
yeah, well, you're not the half my age. So I think if you get your body fat levels back up, it will return to normal at your age.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty
I uh,
sure.
I was aware of a case study conducted by Brad Schoenfeld also, that they looked at the natural bodybuilding before. His T levels were like in a good range. Then he was dieting and it was in range of like older men.
Yeah.
And after a month, it was even a little bit higher. So yeah, we'll see. I think that's really interesting. But of course, they cannot do a lot of randomized control trials on bodybuilders.
No,
Like
no,
who
they are
the
not
heck cares
trustworthy.
about bodybuilders? You know, we all want to get jacked, but
Yeah, well, they're not an average population. The moment that I had very low levels, my body fat levels were very low as well at that moment. But yeah, I wanted to stay like that, so I started TRT. Yeah, and I'm still pretty lean now. So, well, I feel good on TRT, and I try to get my body fat levels really low because I love the aesthetic look it provides me as well. So.
yeah,
But I don't think it would be permanently damaged at your age. I don't think so, because if you eat more and you get your body fat levels up, I think it will all be back to normal.
yeah. And what are exactly all the symptoms of having like low testosterone?
Well, it's all the typical meltings that go away, of course. So it makes you more, yeah, more depressed, less drive in life in general, less libido, sex drive. It makes it more difficult to put on lean muscle. It makes it easier to put on fat mass. Sometimes people have sleep issues, all those kind of things. So everything that makes you male, it makes you less male. Some people lose body hair even. in their face or on their legs. I had several men in the discussion forum on Facebook we have that lose body hair as well. So all the typical male traits diminish.
Yeah. Now you actually, if I hear what you're saying, testosterone is like, it's so important for your health, but are there actually reasons not to go on TRT, testosterone replacement therapy? Are there downsides?
No, if you are experiencing all the symptoms I just mentioned, it can only be for the better to take testosterone. If you bring it back up to normal levels, you will feel normal again. You will see disappear all these symptoms. So there are no downsides when you're 18 years old having a high normal testosterone. So if you're 40 and you have a high normal testosterone, why would there be any downside? So no, only the abuse again by bodybuilders. There you have these issues for prostate, for heart, for all kind of downsides, but not if you keep it in the normal physiological ranges. So that's why we call it optimization. So it's not just getting into the normal low range, it's getting into the normal high range, but still normal. So if it's, as long as it's in the normal lab ranges, don't worry about downsides.
Yeah. And what I noticed on YouTube lately, like that Marine guy, and Scott Herman, all the controversy about TRT, I was just wondering, do you think that people who take TRT on, like if they're really young, that they're more like lazy? Because if you look at Marine, he's young, you know, he's pretty young. But then I think by myself, is it not a good idea to try everything in your power to get them back up, like consuming enough zinc, consuming good omega-3s, fatty acids, and all that stuff? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, sure. Hormone optimization. I always tell my patients or my colleagues as well, that's just the cherry on top. You have to do all the rest first. So you have to work out, you have to diet down. You can't be just fat, not work out, not do any sport at all, and then say, well, I'm going to take some testosterone, it will be better for me. No, you have to do everything you can, have a good sleep hygiene, and then hormone optimization like TRT is just the cherry on top. So no, it's not about being lazy. And I know Marijn, I have been following him a long time as well. So I know he hasn't been lazy at all. He has reached his normal genetic bodybuilding potential. But yeah, he has been very lean as well, always has been. So I guess it was normal for him to get low T levels at this moment. So the choice then would be, or I will be less lean, I will eat more, higher body fat levels, may restore testosterone levels, but he made the choice to go on TRT, and that is his choice, and I support him. No, it's not about being lazy at all. But some other guys like Scott Herman and Sean Nalawaji, they were all making this kind of YouTube videos saying, well, they are just lazy, they want more gains. But normally you should have, as I've mentioned several times, you should have these low testosterone symptoms, or you don't have any reason to go onto TRT. But probably Marijn had those as well.
Yeah. And do you think that if you take testosterone replacement therapy, that you would build a lot more muscle past your genetic ceiling, or is it not considered TRT anymore?
Well, as long as it is TRT, so within the normal lab ranges, normal physiological ranges, then you cannot go over your normal genetic limits. I've been working out for 3 decades. So I reached my genetic muscle building limits a long time ago. But I have been, you can see it on several videos on my lifting dermatologist YouTube channel, I have been much fatter in the past. So I hadn't any definition on my muscles, but my muscles were still there, of course. Then I leaned down. I lost a lot of body fat in 2016, but I lost a lot of muscle as well because I had low T levels at that moment. And when I got onto TRT in 2017, I gained back a lot of muscle, but just up to my normal genetic ceiling. So if you see me now, yeah, I don't have the look of an anabolic bodybuilder. I'm just well jacked, but not more than my genetic limits.
Yeah. And let's say we just look at someone like in their 20s. He has like no facial hair. He has lower muscle mass, but he's still training. Would that be an indication of having like really low testosterone levels?
That can still be a genetic thing. Eh? If you have not a lot of facial hair, I have a lot of older men, 40, 50 years old, that have not a lot of facial hair. If you don't work out, you don't have a lot of lean muscle mass. And even some people who do, they don't have the genetics for muscle building. So no, I don't think that is really a sign of low testosterone levels. Yeah, low testosterone levels, they decline rather gradually. So those symptoms should come gradually as well. Eh? So that's not the loss of facial hair, of lean body mass. No, I don't think so.
All right, interesting, interesting. So actually, your testosterone levels and facial hair and all that stuff most of that is really genetically determined.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Interesting, interesting. So what should someone do before they really consider TRT? What would they need to look at in their health before they consider TRT? Because I think maybe some people that maybe watch these fitness influencers that come out and say they are using TRT, that they have to use it as well. You know, who knows? But what
Yeah.
should someone like that really do first before considering it?
Well, if you are experiencing these low testosterone symptoms, you should first make sure they are due to low testosterone. So you should have your labs drawn, your blood examination, total testosterone, free testosterone, SHBG, estrogen, and all this, thyroid as well, because some low thyroid issues may resemble low testosterone symptoms as well. So yeah, you should make sure that you're not overweight. You should work out, do kind of sport anyway, have a good sleep hygiene as well. You can have low T levels because of not enough sleep as well. So you should make sure everything is on point. Then you have your levels checked, and if they are still low, yeah, then you could consider TRT, and you have to find a good men's clinic or a doctor that knows his stuff as well, because most of them don't.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed that on YouTube as well because there are
Yeah.
like a lot of doctors and then so sometimes they say things like calories don't matter, you know, and then I think
Mm-hmm.
by myself like, come on, dude, it's you know.
Yeah, most doctors, you just have to look at them really. If they are overweight themselves, well, don't believe anything they say about calories or diets or
Yeah.
even TRT. So yeah, a doctor like me, I know what I'm talking about, but I'm not treating people for hormone issues. I'm a dermatologist. I earn my living doing other stuff, but I needed help myself. So I sought the help with other colleagues that I could trust. So, and there are clinics that are giving you those cookie cutter programs. They give you TRT and an aromatase inhibitor. So they're giving you all this kind of stuff just for everyone the same thing. So that because everyone is different, everyone needs a personalized approach. So you really should find a doctor that knows what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And you also mentioned something about if you have like thyroid issues, that is a symptom of low testosterone, but what are the symptoms of having a...
Yeah, well, the thyroid is a gland that is here in your neck, really, and it's in Dutch the scheldklier, the thyroid. So it's producing hormones that regulate your metabolism. So it's like the temperature of the room. It's a kind of thermostat. So when it's too active, then you're always sweating, you're too hot, you're losing muscle mass and fat, you're always very nervous. That's when it's too high. So when you are hypothyroidism, so that is too low, then your thermostat is not high enough. So your temperature is not as high as it could be. You're not burning fat, you don't have any drive, you're always a bit of tired, really. So these symptoms of low thyroid may resemble the symptoms of low testosterone. Some men have both, but you should always have your thyroid checked as well, because if that is the issue, you can just take thyroid hormone, that's just a pill, and that can normalize your metabolism.
Whoa. Yeah, I need to laugh about that because I'm cold all the freaking time. It's insane. Like,
that's you lost all your body fat now, eh? That's normal as well, eh?
yeah, exactly. But when I do cardio, like for 30 minutes, normally in my book, I would sweat, you know? But now I'm cold the whole day. It's insane.
Yeah, well, you should have your thyroid checked next to your testosterone levels as well, but that will probably be very normal. You're just cold because you have so low body fat level. What's the percentage anyway?
When I last measured it, it was like 7% with the caliper, but I know what really low body fat looks like. So that was like 8 weeks ago, and I think I would guess that around that time I would guess it around 8.5%, but it's much lower right now. My hamstrings are getting like they're really low body fat. I can see the muscle even in my glutes, but what my goal was to get my quads lean, but they're not lean yet, so I need to go on, you know.
Well, people can see your images on Instagram as well as mine, so go
Yeah,
over there, viewers, and follow us both on Instagram.
yeah, exactly. All of that is linked down below. And also, I had a very interesting question. I know a guy. He has like high libido, like really high libido, but he has like other signs of low testosterone, like um, lower muscle mass than average, no hair around his body. It's like then if I look at him and I think like, what could be the reason for that, you know?
Well, you can have some symptoms of low testosterone, but not all of them. So a high libido and all the other symptoms, that can just be very normal. So yeah, you could have low testosterone and still a high libido. You don't have to have all the symptoms. Some people have them all, but some people only have one. And your guy, yeah, he still has a high libido, luckily for him. But if he has all the rest, yeah, he should have his levels checked. And if it's actually low testosterone, he could benefit from TRT.
All right, interesting. So those were actually all the questions. It was a very interesting conversation, Steven. Thank you. Thank you very much for being on the channel again.
You're welcome.
For taking the time as well. I don't know how long we're in, but I think like 40 minutes maybe already. So for the rest of the viewers who are watching and want to know more about you, how can people find you? And I put everything linked down below.
Well, the main platform is, of course, YouTube. The two channels I mentioned in the beginning. So The Lifting Dermatologist, and the other channel is called TRT and Hormone Optimization. We also have a Facebook group with the same name, TRT and Hormone Optimization. You can come in there for free and join. All the experts, doctors are in there, so you can really get some personal help, even you, Fardeen. If you have your blood drawn, you can post your labs, ask the doctors, what should I do? They will give you free advice in that group.
Interesting. That's
So
cool.
as said, people can follow me on Instagram and even TikTok, all under the name The Lifting Dermatologist.
Okay. But I'll link it all down below. Guys,
Awesome.
thank you for watching. Thank you, Steven, again. Subscribe to his channel, learn a little bit more about this stuff, because a lot of people are demonizing testosterone, and that's not what you should do. Be open-minded about it, because it's made for a reason, and not to blast it in your ass and grow a lot of muscle only. It's not meant for that. So thank you, Steven, and subscribe to both of our channels and like the video. Don't forget it.
Okay.
And thank you, Steven.